Richmond, Virginia, the first day of joint practices between the Jets and the Redskins turned into a battle royale with several fights breaking out between the Jets defense and Washington offense. There were 3 fights, one that was an all-out melee and spilled close to the fans. It left Jets coach Todd Bowles unhappy. If they wanted to be boxers and wrestlers, they'd probably be in another sport, Bowles said. We're trying to get better. They're trying to get better. Some things happened, overzealousness. I'll talk to my guys. Washington coach Jay Gruden will talk to his guys and we'll have better practices Monday, because that's just a waste of time to me. Things were getting a little chippy during individual drills. Then the teams split onto 2 fields with the Jets offense facing the Redskins defense on one, and the Jets defense against the Washington offense on the other. On video put on Twitter by fans, it appeared Jets cornerback Trumaine Johnson was blocked late in a play by Redskins tackle Morgan Moses. Redskins player said Johnson then took a cheap shot at Moses and the brawl exploded. Another skirmish flared up minutes later. Well, it wasn't like nobody knew that was going to happen in the first place, Redskins cornerback Josh Norman said. Having these joint practices, you expect that to happen. Norman, who exchanged words but not punches with Jets receiver Terrell Pryor, is not a fan of joint practices. Personally, I think practicing against ourselves would be better, but I don't make the rules and I sure don't make these calls, Norman said. You don't get anything out of them, man. Like, what do we get out of that? We were practicing well. It's just the offensive guys that, it seemed like every time we turned around they were going at it. See also Christian Hackenberg now going to the Super Bowl champs. He might not have cut it for the Jets, but the Eagles signed former Jets QB Christian Hackenberg. The 2016 second-round pick was traded to the Raiders in May by the Jets. Oakland cut him a few weeks later. The Eagles are banged up at quarterback with Carson Wentz and Nick Foles both dealing with injuries. A torrential downpour halted practice about 15 minutes early. Jets QB Sam Darnold has been immortalized by his high school in California with bobbleheads the school is selling. The hair on the bobblehead actually looks a little better than mine in real life, Darnold said. I give them props on that. I think it looks like me. They did a pretty good job. It was the Darnold show Sunday. Darnold got 20 reps, 12 of them with the starters. Teddy Bridgewater saw only 18 reps and Josh McCown got 7. During the final team period of the day, Darnold was the first quarterback on the field. It looks like he will start in Thursday's game, although Bowles would not confirm that. The Jets receivers held their own against a decent Redskins secondary. This receiving group has plenty of depth. On Sunday, the top guys all had some big catches: Robbie Anderson, Pryor, and Jermaine Kears. The offensive line was not getting much of a push against the Redskins. The unit was without 2 starters, Kelvin Beachum and Brian Winters, in team drills. They have little depth on the line. Backup tackle Antonio Garcia, picked up from New England, has not had a good camp. tight end Eric Tomlinson is showing more ability as a pass catcher this summer. Tomlinson established himself as the team's best blocking tight end. Now, he looks like he is becoming a more complete player. Bowles said RB Isaiah Crowell suffered a concussion in Friday's game and did not travel to Richmond with the team. NT Steve McClendon, leg, and RT Kelvin Beecham, foot, also did not make the trip. WR Quincy Anunwa, hand, and T Jordan Leggett, undisclosed, returned to practice on a limited basis. The Jets are banged up at tight end with Neil Sterling, ankle, Clive Walford, undisclosed, and Chris Herndon, bruised, all limited in practice in addition to Leggett.